guys, it's Alicia here. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is doing a full face of products. Some of them are newer products. I actually just put a Ulta haul unboxing on my channel a few days ago. So some of these products are going to be from that. And then I'm just using, some of the products I already have for the rest of my face because I didn't buy enough for a full face. But yeah, so that's going to be this video. So if you are interested in watching that, just stay tuned. Okay, so first I'm going to be putting my primer on so it has time to set in my face. I already did moisturize. So now I'm going to take in my NYX Hydro Touch primer. You're probably going to get tired of hearing about this at some point because I just use it that much. But I always need some kind of a hydrating primer. I feel like my foundation just doesn't go on as smooth if I'm not wearing a hydrating primer. So yeah, there's that. And then I also have a new primer to try out, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I am so unbelievably excited to try this. Okay, so that's what it looks like. There's some in the lid there. I'm actually just going to take what's in the lid because I'm not about to waste any product, so I'm going to use this anyways. Alright, so I'm just going to go in with my T-zone. It's actually softer than what I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be a little more rough, well, harder like in the package, but it's actually pretty silky smooth, which is nice. I do like the feeling of it. So yeah, I'm just going to be pressing that in to make sure I get the full effect. Put a little bit on my nose. I'm not going to use this all over my face. I'm just going to be putting it in my T-zone because I feel like that's pretty good. Okay, and we'll just give that time to set in. See if it does anything. I always wear some kind of a pore filling primer, so I should be able to tell the difference if it looks really bad. But yeah, now I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is just the original one. Just going to start priming my eyes for some shadow. I actually don't really use this primer as often as I thought I would when I bought it. This is the first one I've ever had. I don't know. I mean, I like it. I think it works okay, but I don't think it's like as great as I thought it was gonna be. At least for me, anyway. My favorite, though, is my MAC Paint Pot, and then I also love my Essence I Heart Color Intensifying eyeshadow base. Those are both ones that really give you a clean slate. They cover all your veining and everything. That's what I like. So maybe that's why I don't like it as much. I don't know. But I also have a Wet n Wild one that's similar to it, and I like that one more. So, but anyways, I'm going to be going in with my Lorac Pro palette. This is new to me. I've never tried Lorac shadows before, but I decided to go ahead and get this palette because it was on sale, and I had been wanting to try this. I almost bought it for the full price one day when I was at Ulta, and I'm glad I didn't since it was on sale. Alright, but first I'm going to be taking that cream shade, which is actually named Cream. I like how the names are like what the shades look like. Okay, so and I'm just going to be taking that just all over my lid to set my primer. I notice a difference when I don't do that. I know some people don't do that, but I feel like I need to. Otherwise, I feel like it doesn't look as good. So as expected, you can't really tell that I'm putting anything on. Although some of my shadows like that are actually pretty brightening, and I can tell a difference. And I like that. This one isn't. But there is a brighter shade in the palette that maybe work better. That's alright. I'll just use this. I'm not trying to do a crazy bright look or anything anyway, so. Okay, and now I'm going to be taking the shade Taupe and my crease. I love how, like, compact this palette is. I feel like it would be very nice for traveling. I don't travel, like, often, if ever. But if I was, I end up liking the formula of this, and I feel like this is a palette I would travel with. Because I feel like I would definitely travel with some neutrals, and that's just my thing. I love me some neutrals. That blended out really, really well. Okay, so now I'm taking that same shade on the other side. My baby is apparently not happy right now. She's throwing some fits for my fiance. Well, her daddy. And blow that up just a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to be taking the shade Sable and just putting that a little bit lower in my crease, but basically doing the same thing. I do like how well these are blending. I feel like they're blending really nicely. Yeah, wow, that blended out just like that. I barely felt like I had to do anything. And it definitely didn't take long, which is really, really nice. I feel like the other side looks a little bit better than this side. I don't know why. Do you guys ever feel like that? Like, when you do your eyeshadow, one eye always looks better than the other? I feel like that happens to me every time. I don't know why. Doesn't look bad, though. It just doesn't look as good as the other eye, I feel like. I'm a perfectionist, too, so it doesn't really help. I like to make sure it's all as even as possible. Okay, now I'm going to be taking the shade Espresso, and I'm putting that in my outer V and a little bit in the crease, but not like too crazy. Just pretty much like doing that and then just going up a little bit. Wow, to make sure it's blended. That is really, really, really pigmented. Holy crap. I didn't think it was going to be that dark. I like it though. I like that it's really dark. I like really rich dark browns. Sometimes I like using those instead of a black. Or sometimes I like that and then building a black with it. The shadow is a little bit powdery, but like that does not bother me at all. I don't really care about powder. I don't really care about fallout all that much either, because I typically do my eyes before my face for that reason. So yeah, it just doesn't really bother me all that much. I'm really liking how this is looking so far. I'm not sure. I think I might actually take some of the black shade. I'm gonna not do anything like too crazy. So I am gonna take the black on a flat top brush and then just put that right on the outer corner. And blend that up. I'm not trying to make it too crazy intense or anything, just to add a little bit more dimension. Wow, they're really pigmented. In a good way though, for sure. Just means you don't have to use very much. Unless you're like me and one eye looks better than the other and you try to fix the other eye and make it match more. But that happens to me like every time I do eyeshadow. So, you know, that's nothing new with me. Okay. I don't think I'm ever gonna have a video where I don't drop at least something. And I'm sure I'm gonna drop something else as this video goes on. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna take that first shade I put in my crease, which was, I believe, taupe. Yeah. I'm gonna take taupe again and just throw a little bit more of that in the crease just to make sure everything is blended together. And then I can start putting some shadow on the lid, which is the more fun part, right? At least for me. But I enjoy doing my eyeshadow. I don't mind doing all the blending. Like, I don't find it boring or anything at all. I love anything that has to do with makeup. So I'm pretty chill with it. Okay, I think... I think I might actually take the shade Powder and use my finger. Oh my gosh, that is so buttery. Wow. And just press that on the lid. Was thinking about doing a look with the shade Garnet, which would have looked just fine with this look, but I really am attracted to this shade. This is really like my kind of shade. Okay. So I just have that in the center of my eye, and then I'm going to take this light bronze shade in my inner corner. That mixes in with that Powder shade really, really well. This is why I usually have to do my eyeshadow first, because I am messy, and this is with no matter what eyeshadow I use. Whenever I put it on my inner corner, I always get some on the bottom, and then I have to clean that up. Okay, and now I think I'm just going to take the shade Champagne and kind of top that over top, just for some added pigment, because why not, right? It's a little bit glittery, which I like. That's why I actually chose to do that. And now I'm just making sure everything at the top is still blended, because, you know, it's pretty important, right? Okay, now I'm going to take shade white on my brow bone. Let's see how white this is. Okay, nothing too intense, which is fine. I'm sure if you used your finger and applied it like all over your lid, it would be, because it definitely brightens with the brush, but oh yeah, that brightens pretty well. And now I'm actually going to take the shade Under That Nude and just put that over top for like a little extra highlight. And then I think I am done with the palette for right now. Oh wow, that's pretty. It kind of reminds me of my ColourPop Super Shock highlighter that I have. Yeah. So I think I am done with my eyeshadow. I also kind of hate how easily messy it gets when you rub your finger, but a lot of my palettes are like that. That's something I can't really change. I'm also just a very messy person. Okay, so I just wiped my under eyes a little bit. That was it. I think that primer did a pretty good job of blurring, and my skin feels really smooth right there. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take my eyeliner. I'm using my Amuse Cosmetics gel liner. Find my liner brush. This is my AOA Studio E116 flat top brush. Well, it's an angled flat top. So I'm putting this on my lid. Sometimes I take a while putting on a gel liner because like I want to make sure it's on there like really nicely. Kind of messed up my line a little bit. I might actually go in with my Essence liner pen over this. Just to intensify the color a little bit more, because it's black for sure, but I just like my liner to be like ultra black. Told you I was gonna drop something else. Alright, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. And to fix up my line a little bit since I did mess it up. But yeah, so the eyes are done. Now I'm going to be doing my foundation. I'm taking my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. This is in the shade 420 True Beige. I'm be using my Real Technique sponge to blend that in. So I'm just going to put that right there on my hand. And just blend this in and see how well this primer is doing. I already know I love this foundation. Like, I seriously love it, and I always use a hydrating primer under it. So if it looks funny or anything, I will know. Especially because it would be in that area. Because, like I said, I do use this foundation a lot. It is one of my favorites. It has pretty good coverage, and I like the shade for me. I was worried that I got the wrong shade at first, but I think it actually fits pretty well. Sometimes I have trouble finding the right shade, and then other times I don't. Take a little more because my sponge soaks up some of this foundation. Any foundation, really. Which is a typical thing with most sponges. I do still like the sponge a lot. making sure I get every little spot. Okay, that looks good. That actually looks really good on top of that primer right now. Like, I can't even see my pores at all, which is really nice. So far I'm liking that e.l.f. primer. Okay, now I am going to be taking my Catrice concealer. You guys already know this is my favorite concealer. I won't use anything else. And just blend that out. I'm really excited to try that Catrice spray and see how well that performs. Because even though this foundation is like a natural finish, it's not like super dewy. So I want to see how well it does. So I'm taking my e.l.f. Jelly Highlighter in the shade Bubbly. I've used this quite a few times. I've never used it on camera yet. And I just want to... I love the texture of jelly highlighters. I think it is so fun. I'm just going to take a little bit on my hand and put it on... or my finger and put it on my hand. See how pretty that is? And just grab some of that with my sponge and just blend that out. The only bad thing about this highlight is it is very intense. So, like, don't make the mistake of just putting your hand and be like, oh, boop, 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 putting it on your face and then trying to blend it out. Because doesn't really blend out that easily that way. I learned that the hard way. But I think it's really nice. It's really, really pretty. That's for sure. I like it. I honestly use my ColourPop highlighter more and my Pacifica one that I'm really loving. But I do like this one. It is a little bit harder to blend out. I don't know if it's the jelly formula or not. This is my first jelly highlighter I've ever used, so I don't know. But when you do get it blended out, though, it is really, really nice. You can kind of see a little bit of the shine on my nose. But yeah, so now I am going to go in with some powder and set my face, my concealer. I'm using my Coty Airspun. Some of that. Tap out any lines. And start setting. I tried out my Ciate London translucent setting powder that I have a little sample of the other day, and I'm not sure how I feel about it still. I said I wasn't sure about it in that video either, but this one looks totally fine over my under eyes. But the other one I felt like looked horrible, so I don't really know if it's the powder, but I was also using a foundation that I hadn't used in a long time, trying to see if I still like it or what, and I don't know. Honestly, don't know if I like it as much as I like this foundation and my CYO. These are my two favorite foundations, and like I just feel like they look better on my skin. So for me, I'm like, I don't know if that Lancome foundation is really worth it, because it is expensive. But no, just setting my forehead. Okay, and that looks really nice. I found that if I apply my loose powder with a wet sponge, it looks so much better on my skin than with a brush. So 9 times out of 10, that's what I do. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking some bronzer. I'm going to use my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. And I'm just going to be stamping that on my forehead. I like this bronzer, but I feel like it pulls a little orange on me, and I didn't expect that because when you look at it in the pan, it looks so like cool tone, and that's why I bought it. But don't let that fool you. It is a little orange, and I'm still on the hunt for a cool tone bronzer because I feel like they look better on my skin. And I actually did buy one that I'm waiting to come in, and when I do get that, I will definitely be showing that on my channel. So, stay tuned for that. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad though. And now I'm going to be taking my Flower Beauty Petal Blush in the shade Warm Hibiscus. I've been trying this out to see if I like it. I've used it before, but like, I don't know. I'm more into matte blushes, I feel like, but I'm trying this again to see if I like it because it is more of a glowy, sheeny blush. And I feel like some days I might like that because I do like more of a glowy look. I love highlights and all that. So, I don't know. But now I'm taking my Essence Pure Nude highlighter. And I'm actually going to be using this brush. I actually want a little bit more of an intense highlight, so I'm going to take my Flower Beauty palette. I'm just going to be taking these 2 shades, and I'm not going to put them everywhere where I just put that one. I'm just going to be doing a couple other places, because this one is a little bit more of an intense highlight for sure. Actually, I lied. I am just going to take it everywhere that I took my other one, because I just love the look of it. It just gives such a nice, pretty look. I'm feeling really glowy now, and I think I like it. Okay, now I'm taking my L'Oreal Soul Kissing Me gel eyeliner. Well, it's a gel pencil eyeliner on my waterline. I think I like my Flower Beauty liner that I use more often. I just sharpened this one, but it's being kind of weird. It's not applying as dark as it normally does. It's almost gone too. I'm actually going to go over that with my Flower Beauty one, just so I know I can get like an intense black. Since my eye look is a little more smoky. Maybe one day I'll make a video for you guys where I won't have stuff falling off of my table everywhere. We'll see if that's possible. Maybe one day. Okay, so now I just need to put on some mascara, and I'm going to be taking my Essence Lash Princess in the pink tube. I'm just trying to use it up. I do like the mascara, but I think I have other ones I like more too. I'm trying to use this one up so that I can open my other ones. Because I only try to have 1 to 2 mascaras open up at a time, so I'm not using a whole bunch and then they dry out and then it's like a waste of my money, you know. But I do like this. It really does volumize, which is what I look for in a mascara. So it is nice for sure. Okay, that looks really nice. I am loving this eye look. I know it's just so simple and neutral, but that is my thing. So I'm actually not going to do any brows today because I don't feel like I need to do my brows every day because they are decently, like, not filled in. But, you know, like, I don't feel like they look that bad naturally. I have fuller brows then, I guess that's what I could say. So I think I'm just going to leave that in. I'm actually going to be taking my Physicians Formula Murmu, if I'm saying that right, butter, like lipstick thing in the shade Soaking Up the Sun, and just use that today. I love the smell of this. Just as I love the smell of any of the Physicians Formula butter products, I love this. And it seriously is just so moisturizing. I use it all the time because of that, because I like a more moisturizing lip. But yeah. So that is the finished look. So now I am just going to set my face, and then we'll be good to go. It says to shake it up before use. I am so excited about this. Okay. Try not to use too much, but I don't know how much you should use. Oh, wow. Okay, I really think I do like this spray. I feel like it kind of gives the same effect as my Fix Plus, but even better. Yeah, I'm really digging this spray. I'm glad I got 3 bottles, because this is so tiny, I'm pretty sure it won't take me very long to go through this at all. So yeah, that is the whole video. So far, out of the new things I've tried, I think I'm really liking the e.l.f. primer because I can't even see my pores at all under this foundation or anything. And they're usually, like, still a little prominent, even with my normal pore filling primers. So far I'm liking this. I'm going to keep using it and see how I feel about it. So far, I'm loving this palette. I mean, I know it's an old palette. You know, if you already have this or if you've already tried it, you're probably like, okay, it's old news. But it's new to me, and I really am loving it. I used quite a bit of the shades today. I mean, I used 9 shades. So, yeah, that's not bad. I used quite a bit. I'm really, really intrigued to try the deep purple shade. That looks so pretty. I'm probably going to do that the next time I use this palette. Slate also looks really nice. I'm really interested to use those two. Maybe I can do that in a look next. But overall, I'm really happy with the look I came up with today with this palette. I'm really, really loving this. This is really, really nice. I kind of hate how, like, it's already getting dirty, which kind of sucks, but all of my palettes kind of look like this already that have this kind of packaging. So, and I love how compact it is. Have I already said that enough? So yeah, so far I'm loving the primer, loving the palette, and loving the spray. I love what it did to my face. Like, it actually smells pretty good too. I was worried it was gonna, like, not smell the greatest. But yeah, I'm loving everything so far. So that was all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching and that you'll come back and watch my future videos. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Bye.